discourse means?
Student discourse is when the teacher steps back and releases some of that teacher talk time where she or he is directing the instruction that's going on and allows the students time to talk on topic in an academic environment. And student discourse builds language acquisition, it helps students stay more engaged, and it also helps the teachers to assess whether the students have really mastered a standard, because you can listen to the vocabulary that they use and see what their knowledge level is, whether they're ready to move on, because that's when you really know if someone understands something, is how they're able to describe it and teach it to someone else. And so student discourse is really when the children go home more tired than the teacher, because they're doing the work and they're the one that's doing the learning. So some of the things that we have used for student discourse at our school this year, we've used the Rally Coach method, where a partner and team will coach each other through how to solve a problem or how to read a difficult text. We've used some technology games like Quizlet Live, where we've pulled in our remote learners to practice vocabulary games, and they coach each other through by talking about the words through a game format. We also just use discussion through like morning meetings, talking about your personal likes and dislikes, internet safety, just various problem-solving activities where they have to talk each other through scenarios. And so this really helps the students to learn some basic communication skills, but also strengthens their academics. One of the researchers that you may have heard of, John Hattie, that wrote Visible Learning, says that class discussion and reciprocal teaching can be a positive effect size of 0.78, whereas Socratic seminars can be a positive 1.28. And so any type of student discourse has a dramatic effect size on increasing student learning in a school.
Awesome. Have you seen the students engage in student discourse?
Yes, they love to be the ones that are doing the talking.
Okay.
And it helps the teacher to step back and get to know the students a little bit better, because you're able to just walk around, supervise, facilitate, and it takes a little bit of that direct instruction time off the teacher's plate, and you're able to see what the students really know and to guide them. What are my next steps in instruction? Because now I can see what my students know, not just with paper and pencil, but what they know, because I can see what comes from their knowledge by what they say.
And I'm imagining that this is embedding a communication skill that's going to follow them through life.
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Tell us about the stair climbing zone.
Yes, the stair climbing zone. We have these at Eastfield. We have them in every classroom. They're in every special area classroom. They're in all the support classrooms. Any classroom that you go in at our school, you will find a stair climbing zone. And a stair climbing zone is a place where students calm down, to self-regulate while within the classroom. It's a place where if they're anxious or if they're feeling overwhelmed or maybe if they're feeling angry or maybe even a little sad that day, it's a place that they can go, a safe place in their classroom. And within that place, they have different things, and it's based on each teacher's preference. With some teachers might have stuffed animals, some teachers might have books. Sometimes there's things like little wands and those bubbles or something like that they could blow, or sometimes teachers may have them fill out a reflection form. But it's a place where the students can go to self-regulate and get themselves back to where they need to be so they can return back to their class tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. What about a walk and talk? Tell me about what a walk and talk is.
Okay, a walk and talk is when a student may have already tried the stair climbing zone that day, and maybe they're just really, really anxious or really, really overwhelmed, and they have some big emotions going on. And it's to the point that it may be a disruption to the other students in the classroom. So instead of self-regulating within the classroom, a teacher may call a walk and talk. And this is, when a teacher calls a walk and talk, a staff member from our school, we have a walk and talk team, will come and they'll simply ask the student to come with them, and they will walk around the school, that student and that staff member, and they will just kind of talk, and it gives a chance for the student to talk, to de-escalate, to get out of that environment for a few minutes. And this should only take maybe 5 to 10 minutes at most. And when the student is able to return and has calmed down, or whatever emotion they were feeling has been able to self-regulate and get back, the student is able to return back to the classroom without disrupting the other students.
Do you find that students kind of use the walk and talk or the stair climbing zone in a negative way?
No, definitely not. We really work with our students here at the school. Students a lot of the times have to be directed by their teachers to go to use the stair climbing zone, but our goal is for students to be able, when they feel that their emotions are getting to that point, that they're able to self-regulate on their own and be able to go use the stair climbing zone. And walk and talks, the same. We've found that students do not use walk and talks to get out of class. It's teacher discretion a lot of the times. But we've also learned that some students need to get up and move, and it's just another outlet that we have to support our students.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ms. Rhonda, can you please tell me what an alternative intervention room, or also known as an air room at our
Yes.
school?
An air room is a place where students who are demonstrating challenging or disruptive behavior can go to de-escalate and learn individual problem-solving skills. And also prevent behaviors by building relationships and improving behavior choices that they may make in their classroom.
And why would a student need to go to the air room?
Well, it removes a disruptive student from a classroom, allowing the classroom teacher to continue on with the plan as she has. It also allows the student time to de-escalate. It also removes a student who is looking for the audience that is having a de-escalation event, removes them from that audience, and also it allows them to be away from other students who may be bothered by a student who is de-escalating. And it's to teach and model and reinforce some positive behaviors and social emotional learning choices.
Are there any obstacles that you've faced with the air room?
Actually, we have not. It has not come up. It has not been an issue where students have tried to use the air room to get out of class. That has not been a thing. It is used at the teacher's discretion. If going to the stair climbing zone doesn't work, if doing the walking talk doesn't work, then it's a place where students who have recurrent behaviors can come and work on some skills. And it's designed to be done in a 10 to 15 minute span.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to get the student out of class for long periods of time. It may be something that the student may need to work on a couple times a week so that they are able to go back to class and function in class appropriately.
All right, well, thank you very much, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, so you have walk and talks, you have the stair climbing zone, you have the air room. How do you keep all your staff members on the same page as far as a student having an escalation? How do you keep them on that?
We have a Google document, and any student that is on this document is shared with just that student's teacher. It's also shared with the principal, the behavior specialist, the school counselor, the air room liaison, the people that are closely working with that student. So anytime a walk and talk is called, or if a student needs to use the air room. That is wrote down in that log. It's also a place where teachers can put in notes, such as if the student has to use the stair climbing zone 3 or 4 times a week, we can kind of keep up that. That's all on the same page. We really strive very hard with communication, and between the Google log, and also just communicating back and forth with the teacher and the principal, and keeping everybody in the same loop.
So what about parent?
Parents are contacted when we feel like it's that next step, and that may be through MTSS referrals, or if we know there's a concern going on. And what we're really striving to do is to support that student and do the best that we can to provide those accommodations.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.